Hey friends, Father Allen here. Good to see you. Welcome to 50 Days to Glory, our daily journey from Easter Sunday to Pentecost. We're closing in on the great celebration of the Feast of Pentecost. And I want to talk to you today about a spiritual exercise I did recently, talking about new ideas versus old ideas about God. Maybe we need a spiritual tune-up, a little encouragement, a little shot in the arm, from God to help us discover the true nature of who God our Father is. Because I think sometimes we can be laboring under old ideas about who God is. So I want to share with you the list that I put together of my old ideas about God and how they made me feel versus the new ideas about God and how they make me feel now. So here's some of the old ideas I have about God. That He is an old man, and so I feel forgotten. That He is always evaluating me, and so I don't think I'm ever good enough. That He is stern or angry, and so I find myself being afraid. That He demands the impossible from me, and so I think somehow that I'm a mistake, or I feel like I'm really just set up for failure, but that's a lie. That He is just putting up with me, and so maybe I can feel myself being unloved, or that He's too busy, and so I feel very much alone, or that I am someone who is not to bother God. And so if I do bother God, He sometimes gets angry with me, or I find myself getting angry with Him because I feel He's not being listening or attentive to me. That He is hard to talk to, and so I find myself feeling all as though I was on edge all the time. That God keeps a score sheet, a report card, and so I'm feeling stressed out about that. That He is hard to please, and so I can find myself being exhausted trying to please God all the time. That He is moody, and so that makes me feel nervous. That He's holding me responsible for everything, and so I feel overwhelmed. That He is impossible to please, and so I feel sad. That He is unpredictable, which God is going to show up today, and so I don't feel like I'm safe. That He is cold or far away, and so I can feel lonely. That He is someone who expects me to complete this daily checklist of things, and so I don't feel I can really relax in His presence. That He is impatient, and so I feel always under this pressure to perform, to please Him, to appease Him. That He is impersonal, and so again, I'm always motivated by a need to impress or to be noticed by Him. That He is comparing me to others, and so I can never feel like I'm good enough. That He is far away, and so I feel very much alone. That God is hidden, and so in that hiddenness, I feel as though I am isolated. But these are all crazy ideas. Where do these ideas come from? I don't even know half the time. I just kind of pick these things up along the way. So every now and then, it's very good for us just to stop and make a list. What are some old ideas I have about God? How do they make me feel? And say, God, I just want to surrender all this to you. I really want to know who you actually, truly are. These new ideas, which really aren't new at all. Once you make your own list of new ideas of God, you quite quickly discover that's actually the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob we've been worshiping our whole lives, but just hidden under this stuff that we accumulate over time. It doesn't really matter how we began to feel this way or think this way. The important thing is we just surrender all these old ideas about God over to Him. And so He fills us up with these new ideas of who He truly is. And this is the list I came up with, through His inspiration, of course. That He loves me, and so I feel loved. That He is pleased with me, and so I feel happy. That He wants to be with me, and so I feel valued. That He is interested in me, and so I feel as though I am being cared for. That He laughs with me, and so I feel befriended. That He cries with me, and again I feel loved. That He enjoys my company, and I feel known by Him. That I'm able to talk to Him at any time, and so I feel very much cared for, taken an interest in. He doesn't demand perfection. He knows I'm not perfect, but then I can feel relieved about that. That he welcomes me home, welcomes me back when I stray, when I fall, and so I feel safe. He's never too busy, and so I can feel relaxed to be with him in his company. That he is forgiving, and so I'm grateful for that. That he does not compare me to others, and so I rejoice in the fact that I am unique, made perfectly unique in his image and likeness. That he doesn't keep a score sheet or a report card, and so I feel very much relieved by that. That he doesn't just set me up for failure. That's not the God that I serve, and so I feel appreciated. That he doesn't use me for his own unique, particular kind of selfish purposes, and so I feel valued. That he is kind, and so I feel important. That he is generous, and so again I feel cared for, I feel valued. That he sees all of me and all that I do, and so I feel known, I feel loved, I feel personally taken an interest in. He anticipates my needs, and so I feel honored. That he is present, he's interested, and so I feel important. And that I don't need to impress him, and so I feel relieved that I can just be myself. So I encourage you to take some time in the next few days, just make a list of all the old ideas you have about God, and ask through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, who we will honor in a few days from now at Pentecost, for an enlightenment and an inspiration of the true nature of who God our Father is, and allow that truth to really penetrate your heart and transform your mind. God bless your day. Remember that when we are powerless, that's when we're strong, and victory is indeed gained through surrender. Bye-bye.